Duck unders. That's the theme of the day, duck unders. I'm doing a video for my homeboy Pedro. Wanted this video. He wanted a slick duck under, okay? And just to give you some history on this duck under and how I see the duck under, how I developed it. I tried for years to develop that two-knee John Smith duck under, right? If I think of John Smith as kind of like the model, right? If we can move, if we can wrestle perfectly and move like you're supposed to move, well, then John would be the epitome of how we're supposed to move. Well, you know, as I started learning how to wrestle, getting into these two-knee positions where you have to have the flexibility to spread your knees in this butterfly and put your ankles on the side, and that drop, you know, I realized I'm not John Smith. You know, I just don't have the flexibility to drop completely down as you're scooping and hit those positions with all that flexibility. You know, I can do my version of it, but it's not like John, right? Come out and show yours. Kate can do this. He used to have it really good when he was younger. Right there. Go opposite side head though. Here, so opposite side head means, so we're head to head. He's going to move his head to opposite side head, and now he creates that momentum. Okay, and go ahead. Right there. You can go to two knees, or somewhat two knees, right? Well, when I was in high school, I started to develop something called the boot scoot. And the boot scoot is easier to me than the two-knee duck because it just doesn't require as much flexibility, right? It's easier to get into this position where I'm going to my butt as opposed to having the flexibility to go to two knees and pull the guy over the top of you and turn your shoulders. But the concept is exactly the same, where you grab the elbow and you move your opponent over the top, okay? Funny story about this. So in 1993, my high school team went to the Iowa wrestling camp, and just before that, I had went to my first Division I NCAA tournament, and I got to see the greatest tournament ever. Right? It really changed the course of my career because I was so motivated and inspired by it. But I got to see my favorite wrestler at the time was Gerry, and I got to see him wrestle Lincoln McIlravy live in 1993. Probably one of the best matches in NCAA history. And Lincoln used this move, the boot scoot, 2 or 3 times to win the match. He was way behind, Gerry was way ahead. Gerry's actually a good friend of mine now. So, and with the boot scoot, the key to this skill is once you get the elbow, you're going to go underneath them, okay? Not like I'm diving underneath them, I'm gonna plant my hand underneath them. The key is that he's leaning on me, right? You need that lean, you need your opponent leaning on you and tired on you. So I do think the two-knee is a higher level skill, but this is great and this gets the job done, okay? So when I have an elbow here, my head's gonna go underneath. Head's going underneath. Take your feet back, but just stay on your feet. Drop your weight here. Okay, my elbow's going to go underneath. I'm going to plant my hand, and as soon as my hand plants, I'm going to rotate. I'm not going to stay here for very long, but as soon as it plants, I drop to this position. Okay, and I rotate him over the top. My head stays up. I literally want to bounce off my boot or my butt. Look at my feet. My legs are bent. I'm pushing off the inside of my ankle, and I'm going to come up, generally into a high crotch or double leg position to finish. But if I don't get him tired and leaning on me, then I won't have the feel I want. So, as I'm working a snap. A snap. I'm pushing. I snap him, and then his hands come back over the top. There's my elbow. There's my elbow. Okay. We'll try to do it with a little bit more live feel. You hit it a couple times. Okay. That's not bad. Okay. That's not bad. It's kind of like you got to surprise him a little bit. Here, I'm just going to go. I want to get more pull off of that arm. I'm here. Push, snap. He's tired. His hands come back over the top. I catch the elbow. Stay there. I catch the elbow. Notice my feet are square. I might even come a little bit right forward, but I'm going to be here, right to it. Right off, just go. Again. Lean on me a little more. Stand there. And I feel it Pressure. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Nice, tired. And then, that one I hit my knee. Similar feel. Really get a hold of that elbow. Whack, just like you would when you turn your shoulders. And just drop to your hand and butt. The timing is more rest and rest. Where you're, and you want to hit this, rotate. It's almost as if you're gonna, from this position here, you're just rotating this knee through and him over the top, and then off that position back up and wrestle into him. Okay, try it again. Not bad. Okay, and when you get them to their hands like that, that's perfect. Give it a try.